Yeah, welcome back to the Myke Terrell Podcast, episode 5. I'm your host, Myke Terrell. My man to my right is
Niko G.
This is brought to you by the Kickback Network. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Send niggas some Cash App too, man. Put some on that Cash App, man.
Cash App, some t-shirts that we can wear, some clothes.
Put some on that Vino.
We're as COVID free as possible.
I see you got your gloves, man.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of like make me paranoid.
Well, I'm making paranoid.
Well, since we've been here, you've sanitized your hands 3 times, and you've wiped down the table 4 or 5 times.
Oh, yeah. I believe in episode 2, you said limit the fuckery.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going by your rules, nigga. But limit the fuckery.
But if you clean something, like 30 seconds later, it doesn't need to be cleaned again if nobody else touched it.
It's real out here, man.
It's real in these COVID streets.
It's real in these COVID streets, man.
I see some dudes just complaining they can't get no cootie calls right now.
What's a cootie call?
Cootie call is COVID-19 right now, so it's a cootie call.
Cootie call?
Yeah, can't get no cootie call right now.
Oh, no, man. Yeah, it's been reckless, man. Like, out here in Arizona, fucking governor. Is it governor?
Yeah, governor.
Doug Ducey.
Doug
Gucci.
Off the Ducey?
Off that Doug Ducey. You think he been to Scottsdale before?
I'm pretty sure he has. Not like our Scottsdale, but like the real Scottsdale.
You think Doug Ducey has been inside of International?
Absolutely not.
Do you think they would give him a table?
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure he got a card to put it on. Everybody's a customer. You know
that $1 trillion Doug Ducey budget.
Man, $1 trillion?
I don't know. I think it's $1 billion budget. But yeah, man, Doug Ducey, this guy, he just did a fucking stay at home.
Yeah. Told everybody to stay at home.
Stay your ass at home.
Which you were a fan of, right?
Which was, yeah, I want niggas to stay home. Niggas don't listen, man. They was out still doing barbecues and kickbacks and all on Instagram shooting broke jumpers. But yeah, he said stay at home, but it was the same shit as the other shit.
What do you mean? No,
like the rules are like, I know he says 5 p.m. where nigga like only essential shit after 5 p.m.
Well, no.
But then you still allowed to do stuff.
No, it's like after 5 p.m. tomorrow. Then the state is gonna go into like a shutdown, so you can only be out for necessity. So basically, what he's shutting down is the shit like you talking about, like barbecues at the park, niggas hooping at the park, working out at the park, 500 people.
But then in the same breath, he said, "Go get some fresh air."
Yeah, I mean, it's just he falls in that line of a genius.
So what is he saying by stay at home? He basically said the same stuff.
Yeah, go on your patio, your backyard, get you a breath of fresh air out there. Stay in your square.
Take a brisk walk outside.
Man, a brisk walk on your patio in the backyard.
Nah,
or if you live in a condo apartment, you know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, man, like, I went to go get some gas, which is fucking terrifying. Had to bring a Lysol bottle, wipes, all that shit, sprayed the whole gas station down. If you use that pump, you had a clean pump. But it was business as usual out here.
I mean,
like, it's like, okay, I thought niggas supposed to be staying home. Niggas is out here.
Yeah, but what are they like? I'm saying now everybody has the same mentality of being scared as other people.
But niggas is out here.
Like, what do you want them
business as usual, nigga. Like, niggas is at the laundromat. Niggas is, you see drug deals going down still. You see prostitution.
Yeah, I mean
that's never gonna stop. But still, niggas is out here.
The world ain't gonna stop. I mean, what you want to do? Hit an e-brake?
Nah, you got to do what fucking Italy is doing, nigga. Stay your ass in the crib. You see Italy, niggas is singing Biggie Smalls songs from the window top and Nicki Minaj songs. That need to be AZ. When you in your Levine apartment, you need to be singing. You need to be singing something from the rooftop.
Well, I think if we had like the death toll like Italy, then you would definitely see that. But since we don't have that death toll, then I don't think people are reacting the same. Like right now, I mean, like as many cases as we have, I think I want to say now is that there was somewhere around like 98,000 confirmed cases, and we're like 1,800 deaths or something like that. So it's still like under 2%, which is like, I mean, I don't see the big ordeal about it. But
my thing is, this is what I want to know, because I believe this shit is real. This is what I want to know. I want to know how many daily flu cases are there compared to COVID cases. It seems like niggas has stopped printing or stopped posting the flu cases. I want to know flu cases as opposed to COVID cases. And I want to know, I want to know how many people died from COVID a day as opposed to the flu a day.
I think the flu body's COVID right now, especially, I mean, in the United States. I can't speak for like other countries, but I would say like based on the numbers that we see for the flu and like during flu season, I think the flu body's COVID-19.
You think
right
it's
now.
more? You think it's more?
I think right now the hysteria is doing like the preventative measures because of like everybody's saying like it causes like such a respiratory shock. You get fibrosis of the lungs, which makes it hard to breathe,
right?
Which would mean that more people would be more likely to be hospitalized and be monitored, and the whole quarantine thing is to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, the spread
on a wide scale. So, I mean, it's a thing that it'll pass, but yeah, it's just crazy. Like in us growing up in this time frame, like you know, we lived through the '80s, the '90s, 2000s, 2010s, and now we're in the 20s, and it took like for 2020 to really pop off some fuck shit.
Yeah, like this is like. When our kids are in school, they're in grade school, this is going to be in their history books. The Corona era.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's it'll be the period. Like,
can you imagine that? Like your son, Nick Jr., when he's in grade school or elementary, they're going to be able to, in textbooks, teachers going to be telling about the Corona era.
Yeah.
Like, where was you during the Corona era? Who was you fucking during the Corona era? Did you have a Corona baby during the Corona era?
A Corona baby. There's definitely going to be some Corona babies.
You know, they said condoms is a shortage right now.
There is?
Yeah.
I think anything that has the word protection or protectant there's a shortage of it right now.
I can't believe that many people are using condoms, to be honest with you.
I mean, what else can you do? You stuck in the crib.
I don't mean you got to use a condom. I mean, use a condom. But in Arizona, it's generally too hot to wear condoms.
It's too hot.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's too hot.
It's too hot, man. Like, staying at home, it has to weigh on your mental health.
Nah, like it definitely does. Like, man, like you know, from like our like conversations and dealings, I was like, I did a water fast for 15 days,
right? And
I was doing 1 meal a day, and then like I went in the spring break with my kids, so I got a little reckless, and then we got hit with the quarantine, and I was reckless, so I just started back on a water fast just to reset myself. Yeah,
reset it.
Yeah, because I mean, outside of that, if you're like quarantined, you work from the crib. You don't really get to move around. And I'm not like, I'm being like you can obviously tell, but I'm not a self-motivator where I'm going to be in my backyard doing push-ups on cinder blocks and lifting gallons of water in the backyard. Like, that's just not in me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain people will do that. I'm not a motivated person like that. So me not being able to walk around, get my steps in and, you know what I mean, go touch the gym a little bit has definitely been an impact on me.
Yeah, like releasing that anxiety. I like the gym to be able to release anxiety. That's a good way to release anxiety. I know the morale is down out there. I know I'm starting to see it because before when the Rona shit first started, you could see like there was jokes, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of jokes, a lot of memes, typical internet shit. But now like the jokes are starting to like subside and like go away.
Well, some of that shit is starting to hit home because they starting to see people or know somebody who knows somebody who's been affected by it. So before it's like you really didn't know anybody, but now it's like, you know, somebody within your circle or your realm has a relative of a relative or something of that nature that's been affected by it. I still personally don't know anybody who's had it, which I'm thankful for.
Yeah, my brother who lives in Denver, Colorado, he said he had a strain of it.
A strain of it?
Yeah, I was like, nigga, what the fuck is a strain? He said,
strain?
Yeah, he said dead serious. He said he had a strain of the coronavirus in Colorado.
So he just had a cold.
He sent me all the shit he had: the Sudafed, some BCAAs, vitamins that he took, elderberries, black seed oil. He sent me all that, and he said he just self-quarantined, and he was cool after that. So, he said this was a long time ago. He said this was like in December. But I'm seeing a lot of people on like social media and shit like that are saying that they got sick as hell around December, November, and they said they may have had it. They don't know.
Yeah, I got sick like the end of December, like going into January. And I was like, shit, I was probably sick for about, I want to say like at least like 13, 14 days. It was like a 2-week process.
So it could be that this just didn't come out on March 13th. Like back in Wuhan, China, this has been out for a minute. So niggas, this shit may have been happening way earlier in 2019, to keep it real with you.
Yeah, like they just said I had a sinus infection, which I mean.
Yeah, you went to urgent care though.
Nah, I went to the doctor, bro. I got it. I got insurance.
You was probably at that young 24-hour urgent care.
Nah, definitely not, bro. Urgent care is one of the most scary places you could be.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me about the girl that was a white ghost sitting down.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's like whenever you go to urgent care, it's like you're hearing the worst coughs known to man.
Man.
Like yeah, it's just it don't even look sanitized in urgent care.
Nah, man. But yeah, back to mental health. Like, I want people to know out there that people that go through mental health issues, that go through anxiety and depression, like, we still care for you. There's somebody out there that still cares for you and that needs you. Like, your kids need you. Your wife or your significant other needs you. And for you, just because you cooped up in a house, reach out to somebody and talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, do a Facebook brunch.
Yeah.
Not a FaceTime brunch.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you got to do just to talk to somebody, I do think is helpful to talk to people. I know definitely during this whole ordeal, one thing that I've been like super grateful for is Amazon Fresh, which is part of Amazon Prime. You know, I've got cases like every essential thing that people want or you can't find in stores, I've gotten on Amazon Fresh.
Amazon Fresh.
Yeah.
See, I listen to you. I listen to your ass. You told me about Amazon Fresh. You gave me the whole game out, the blueprint. You said order shit at midnight.
Yeah, right at midnight.
Order something from Amazon Fresh at midnight. Then a delivery window will pop up. Then you just select that window. And then they'll come and deliver your shit, right?
Yeah.
So I did that, listening to you. Went on the app, happy as fuck. Went through the search, typed in water. I was like, oh shit, they have 2 cases of Aquafina water. Which everybody slanders Aquafina water for some reason now. No, they slandered Dasani. I don't know what's the hypeness over Aquafina, but I love Aquafina. Fuck y'all niggas. They had Aquafina water. They had eggs. They had toilet tissue. They had dude wipes.
Dude wipes?
Strawberries.
What is a dude wipe?
Dude wipe? That's a new, it's a wipe these dudes made on, what's that shit called? Shark Tank?
Yeah.
I think Mark Cuban invested in them. Yeah, get you some dude wipes, man.
What the hell is a dude wipe?
It's a dude wipe, man. Instead of like the girl wipes, you get you a dude wipe.
What the fuck? What is a girl wipe?
Like a girl wipe. You know how girls got wipes? Like they use wipes to take off like their makeup and like they take off their nails and shit.
Saying. Yeah, but for your face?
Yeah, but your face.
Okay.
Maybe your ass too.
Yeah, no, when you saying dude wipes, that's what I'm thinking of. Like, man, what the hell is a dude wipe versus a wet wipe? You know
it's called a dude wipe, man. It's not an ad, but it's a dude wipe. So I'm on there, I'm like, cool. Get my order, set it for Monday for it to be delivered. Monday comes around, I'm checking my phone like, hell yeah, about to get my fucking water. Nigga ain't got to be out here in these streets fighting niggas over these cases. My shit about to be delivered. So check Amazon. It says it's in transit. I'm like, cool. So a nigga, I get a notification from Amazon Fresh. The notification says your order's been delivered. So a nigga shoot out the room, like beeline out the room, like hell yeah, nigga. telling Jasmine and shit like, yeah, nigga, order is here. We ain't got to go out no more. Nigga, open the door. No groceries. No groceries.
It wasn't nothing?
Nothing.
Not a single item?
Single item. I peek out the door, look left, look right. Like, what the fuck? So, call Amazon customer service, and to get somebody actually on the phone at Amazon is hard as fuck. They have some digital telecom system, which you call is bullshit. But so I finally get somebody on Amazon on the phone, and they say, yeah, it was delivered by one of our drivers. Let's check the picture, because when you deliver for Amazon, you got to take a picture. If you're a driver, you take the picture because that's your proof. So they was like, let me check the picture. So they checked the picture, and they show the groceries are on the ground.
At your crib?
No, yeah, at my crib next to some cinder blocks, because I got cinder blocks outside the crib from just for some old reckless dish TV shit. That's neither here nor there. But so I was like, I look outside, I'm like, hold up. And I tell them, like, there ain't no groceries here, but like, let's see if we can replace it. No, we can't replace it. We'll go ahead and refund you. So they did refund me my bread. But the thing is, some nigga put the groceries down, took a picture, picked the groceries back up, and left in full confidence with my groceries.
So you put them in his load?
Nigga stealing out here.
Neighbor, though.
It could have been, I don't know. It could have been the neighbor.
It's survival of the fittest right now, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody could have peeked out their door and be like, oh, shit, this motherfucker got eggs, water, and toilet paper. Shit, that's your ass.
You think a nigga stole it?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Somebody was like, that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
I know a lot of other people, too, like, they've been ordering, like, Amazon packages, and niggas, like, feeling the package and be like, oh, this might be, like, some soap or, like, trading cards, and they're like, they'll steal that shit.
Yeah, I mean, right now, survival of the fittest, so I really don't put anything past anybody right now to you know what I mean? Like, to be above that. Like, I'm going to be 100. I keep it a buck. If I didn't have any toilet paper or water at the crib,
you stealing that?
I'm getting somebody Amazon package. Absolutely.
Damn. That's crazy though that we are in them times. Like, but you're right. It is survival of the fittest. Niggas out there like right now, since Gucci went ahead and did the order. Everybody immediately went to the store, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the store is crazy right now.
Yeah, but people don't understand. Like, it's like nobody does enough research. We're in an era where we just read headlines. So they don't get past the meat of that. You know, just like everybody's caught up on the stimulus check that passed last week.
Oh, yes, you niggas that old child support, back child support. You will not be getting that stimulus check, my nigga.
That's me, bro.
You owe back child support?
Hell yeah.
Nah, I mean, you caught up, though.
Nah, like, I pay every month, but I still owe arrears.
No, if you owe arrears, you still get it. This talking about if you've been reported to the Treasury.
Oh, well, I'm saying...
Have you ever been reported to Treasury,
If
nigga?
you're in arrears, they report you to the Treasury.
Nah.
Yeah, trust me. That shit is on my credit report and everything.
For real?
Hell yeah. Stay up child support if you can.
Nah.
But
I'm saying... If you because there's different situations like child support.
Yeah, but if you owe money, essentially, if you owe money, a portion of that money, they haven't said like what amount, like what portion, whether it's going to be 30%, 50%, 75%, 100%. They haven't said yet, but that'll come out for more clarification. But the flip side is like everybody's getting hyped for the $1,200 check, but when you actually go through and you read the bill that passed, and like you read the fine print. That shit is just an advance.
Yeah, it's a key thing in there that says credit.
Yeah, it's an advance on your tax credit for 2020. So, like, when you go to file your taxes in 2021, like in January, February, March of 2021, and you thinking you're going to get that big, you know what I'm saying, $5,000, $6,000 paycheck that people with kids usually get back from taxes, nah, it's going to be minus what you got right now in 2020.
Damn, so the drug dealer ain't gonna be able to flip his baby mom's
No, I mean, it's going to be less
taxes no more?
It's going to be less money.
Less money? Damn. That sucks for them rappers out there.
I see it suck for a lot of people. Not
They can
just
be able
the
to get them
rappers.
videos no more, nigga. That's crazy, nigga. Nah, but yeah, if you owe I heard if you owe child support, like they reported you and like you can't get the stimulus check.
Well, you already reported, so it's just kind of like if you owe, like they waive certain things like student loans and
like even
and
if you
IRS.
even if you owe taxes,
Yeah,
you still get the check.
Yeah, they waived it for that, but not child support.
See, that's confusing because I owe back child support, but I'm caught up on child support. It's not like I was like reported. They had to like come find a nigga.
Nah, they did report you.
How did they report me?
Bro, you went through the court system. The moment that the judge strikes the gavel and was like, you all agreed to everything and hashed everything out. Well, if you owed money, they report that immediately to the state treasury. The state treasury then, depending on the amount that you owe, will decide to put a lien on on all your properties. Will report it to the credit reporting agencies that you owe that debt, and it goes from there.
Nigga, I don't owe that much of child support, nigga.
No, I'm just saying.
They gotta put a lien on the nigga shit.
It's not necessarily like it's not the amount. Like, you know, say you owe $2,500, then like boom, that reports it. Like me, I went with my daughter's mom, and I didn't pay for 6 months during the duration that we went to court, and they basically told me I owed $1,200 a month.
Damn.
So that immediately put me $7,200 behind, and then the judge said, and then if we include this month, that's another $1,200.
But I'm saying, are you caught up on those arrears?
Nah, because it was basically broken down to where I would pay it off over 18 years. So it's like I pay an arrearage amount that adds on every month. So when my daughter finally turns 18, I'll be clear. I
don't know, man. You was in court when they was taking niggas' kids away. Yeah. I was in court when they was giving niggas kids. Yeah, it might be something different.
Nah, I mean, the process is pretty much still the same. It's just, you know, I mean, I could like make bigger payments to like hurry up and pay it off, but you know, there's no motivation.
If it comes down to it and my stimulus check goes to child support, I would be happy because I'm almost done out here in these fucking streets.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
let's be clear.
Yeah, like the quicker you can get it off the books, then you're good. Like my reports are like on my credit, and it shows that I'm in like good standing and on time with my payment. So you know what I mean. I get a point or two every now and then.
Okay. Speaking of child support, what about co-parenting? A lot of people like they're only letting niggas out for essential work. Can't be going to the strip club because that shit closed.
What's
a lot of people. You know they try to do a fucking Pink Rhino tried to revive themselves, which was a strip club out here in Arizona, by doing a fucking live stream with a Cash App.
That might have been fire.
Nobody want to see them hoes on live stream.
Hey, that's what they got. What was it we talked about before? OnlyFans, fans only.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I would go to OnlyFans for that. I'm not going to Pink Rhino bitches.
The same ones,
man. Anyway, anyways, like, how do you think people can co-parent during like the COVID? Because you know, like, you got to like drop your child off. You got to do exchanges. Like, what do you think?
I mean, obviously, like as long as y'all are on the same page, I don't think it should be an issue. Like,
right.
I mean, thankfully, like, we're like, you know what I'm saying, more on the mature side of our years.
Right.
So it's not like nobody's being reckless and being like, yeah, I'm gonna take my daughter over here to so and so. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just strictly we're at the crib, just family. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like, it's not really an issue for me. I can see how it could be an issue for other people, though.
Yeah, like, speaking on, like, being on, like, the same page, like, I've seen people get into it, their baby mamas, get into it, their baby daddies, when...
Not to cut you off, but I know there's a dirtbag somewhere in America who was called his baby mama and been like... I got a fever. I can't come get the baby.
Did they using COVID excuses?
Man, I know somebody's using the COVID excuse. I know somebody's out there calling like, yeah, I'm starting to get the sniffles.
Oh man, they probably is doing that shit, bum ass niggas. But like, where does the disconnect happen? Like, from the start? Because say you're with somebody, y'all do what y'all do, y'all end up having a child. Then the goal is to want to be able to co-parent. Want to be able to co-parent and put both egos to the side for the sake of the child. But one parent thinks he has the right way, and one parent thinks that she has the right way. At what point do you say, fuck it, man, let's put this shit to the fucking side and let's just focus on the winner or the loser, the child?
Well, I mean, it definitely takes, to get to that point, you have to have two mature people who just actually see the goal and is like, if we get along, it's better for our child versus if we beef, then it's not in the best interest of our child. Because, you know what I mean? Like, whatever you go through as parents, that child is feeling that energy or, you know, they're feeling the disagreements. And for a child, they're going to internalize that. And then that puts bad spirits and bad energy into them where they thinking like, y'all are only fighting because of them. Like, they feel like they're the root and the cause of it. So the sooner that you can realize that and you can move past all that, then, I mean, like, you're in good spirits, good water.
But, like, how do you get to that place? Because not everybody's mature. You may have one nigga who secretly still likes his baby mama, who's like, oh, fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna pick her up this weekend. I ain't gonna do that. Or you might have a woman who secretly likes the baby daddy still and is like, oh, I'm gonna immediately start causing problems. And like, sometimes people say like, oh, if one of them person get a new situation, the shit will stop. Or if the woman get a situation, another dude, the shit will stop. But sometimes that shit don't stop. Like, do you think like it takes just time elapsing?
I mean, just me growing up and looking at life, like from my own personal experiences. I mean, like I've seen some crazy situations where like I got a homie that has like 6 baby mamas, like 10 kids, and they can all like coexist and like have fun with each other. And then I've seen others that, you know what I mean? It's like 30 years separation and they still, you know what I mean, bump heads.
Yeah.
So it really just takes somebody, like I said, it just comes with a lot of maturity. And a lot of people, you know, that they have issues that they tie into the relationship that are deeper than that relationship. And they have to learn how to put those issues to bed. Like, you know, shut the closet on them.
Yeah, like you have to grow the fuck up, look yourself in the mirror and say, it's not fucking about you. This shit is not about you. And like you always told me before, like sometimes niggas out here in the streets, they have to take the L sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes like my motto has always been that you don't got to win every battle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's stay focused on the war. But certain things is like, all right, if other parent is adamant about something, you have to really reflect upon yourself and say, how much do I really care about that?
How much do you give yeah, you're right. How much do you care about it?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether the child has a design on the side of their head or if they got a bald head, like how much do we really care about that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if another parent is is passionate about it and I don't have any passion towards it, like, why would I just fight for no reason?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just certain things like you have to let go. Certain things you got to be on the same page. As long as y'all on the same page is good. Me and the widow, we do very well. Like, you know, right. As far as being on the same page, we do very well. Which is, you know what I mean, from my daughter's mother was like a whole different scenario. But me and the widow, we do well. So
that's good, man. It's a blessing. What do you think about situations where if it's a man or a woman and they're co-parent starts to date, and say the dude has a daughter,
Yeah.
and then the baby mama starts to date. He doesn't want another man around his child, around his daughter. Is that any of his business, or he just being petty and he secretly still like his baby mama?
I mean, in today's climate, I mean, you seen so much weird stuff going on that like you have to be like alerted. But I mean, there's
you ain't gotta be alerted. That's none of his business. They not together no more.
No, listen, like the dating part, cool. Date who you want. The being around my child part, or we have to have a conversation.
No, you do not have to have a conversation.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
My brother.
Why do you need to have a conversation for when one, y'all two had a child together, right?
Yeah.
So you trusted her enough to be able to bust in her raw. You shot the club up. You ejaculated in her. You got her pregnant.
Absolutely.
So you obviously, unless she's just like a fucking crackhead or fucking murderer, you know what I'm saying? Unless she's Thanos, like you trust her with your child.
Yeah, but I mean,
so you should trust her to make the decision, right?
Not necessarily.
Why?
I'm gonna do my thorough checking, like my thorough background. Like, yo, listen, my issue is not with the relationship.
Yeah.
My issue is who is around my child. Like, as a parent, we're protectors, so I had to. I had to have a conversation with you. I had to have a conversation, give you the rundown. These are the rules with my child. If you violate the rules, then I will have to prosecute you. Like, that's it. Like, it's not even nothing. And you should really question, like, if somebody's around your child, why wouldn't you want to know them? Like, why wouldn't you want to have a good relationship with that person where that person could say, like, hey, yo, man, this is kind of what's going on over here with your child?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Like, versus them
I
being
agree
like...
with that. But I'm not going to be like, oh, it's an ultimatum. I need to know who the fuck's around my child. At that point, you chose to date them. I trust you as a mom, or she trusts you as a dad to be able to make that right decision.
I mean, to each his own. I'm going to know who the fuck's around my kids. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I've been blessed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, you know.
So you want to talk to the nigga?
Yeah, we got to have a talk. Like, I'm going to do my research. You know what I'm saying?
What if you had a boy?
I got a boy.
Yeah, you do got a boy. But say, what if it's a boy?
Like, my son?
Yeah, and then she has him around your son.
Like,
daughter, I kind of understand what you're saying.
It's the same thing, bro. It's a lot of weirdos out here. I got to thoroughly check everybody. Because you don't know, like, everybody's, like, history. A lot of people could be stand up, but a lot of people have stuff in their closet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it could be a guy who's all cool and everything is 100, but he might have been molested as a kid. We don't know that. But now he's around your child, he's more susceptible to molest your child or to do something crazy like that to your child. So we have to check. Like, I gotta meet you. I gotta check. We gotta figure it out.
I don't know, man. I don't want to. If you got to be able to trust her as a mom or trust him as a dad.
No, I'm saying like the trust is there.
You got to be able to trust, because if you chose to sleep with that person and raw, then you trust that person. Unless you think that person's unfit, then you just gotta let it go. Cause you start knowing niggas and doing all this. Granted, if they mature enough and then y'all meet each other at a fucking recital or basketball game, cool. But all that, I need to know all that. That's kind of like niggas still got feelings or that dumb shit.
Nah, it absolutely means none of that. I have feelings for my child, and my child is my 100% byproduct that needs to do well.
I feel that.
So I'm saying, like, I have to, like, there's no way I'm gonna be at a basketball game and you and the other person, you know what I'm saying, like the new relationship person is cheering for my daughter or my son, like, or telling them instructions from the sideline. Like, that can never happen.
Telling instructions?
Yeah, like,
and then you can't help out how to pull a flag?
Nah, Pops is there. You know what I'm saying? Present. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We got to have a conversation. There's rules and regulations. Like, but as a parent, like, from the flip side of it is from the woman's perspective, like, she has to be entrusting that who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a stand-up guy, 100% dad. So they got to give me some respect too. Like I don't think either my daughter or my son's mom would put that. I know for sure my son's mom wouldn't do it. Like,
but you should never hate the whatever that person's new situation is, because you want, like, you're a fan of your child, right?
Yeah.
So you want your child to have the most love possible.
Absolutely.
So around that situation, you want them to say, when I'm not around, show them love. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to be walking around the crib and this nigga bad and he giving your kid the fucking side eye, some shit like that. You want them to show them the best love possible. The nigga buying them shoes, being a good role model, being a good mentor, shit like that.
I'm not against that, but we gotta have a conversation. Like,
you need to, I feel you. You need to have the conversation.
We gotta absolutely have a conversation. No, we can't skip past that.
It has to be a conversation.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about the relationship. Like, whatever the relationship is, that's their business. I don't want to know any intertwinings, any inner dealings, how y'all met. I don't care. We just have to talk about the child and the rules that surround my child. And if it's an issue, then it's an issue.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna do no like we gonna play him to the side. Nah. Nah, won't happen. Absolutely not.
Speaking of conversations, I don't even know why I'm saying this, but Drake recently showed a picture of his son, his baby mama. I don't know why this is news. I get it because he's Drake, the biggest rapper. But, like, people start going in on the son, saying the son ain't dark enough. Why did Drake choose a white woman? Like, you internet niggas, like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, y'all niggas is weird, bro. Them niggas is weirdos. All you niggas in them shade room comments are fucking weirdo tweet ass niggas. Like, that's a fucking child. Why can't this nigga post his child like any regular nigga?
Nah, I mean, it's crazy, but I just look at it as I mean, for him, he has to look at it as a form of flattery, because, like, it's that many people envious or jealous of you to say something about you. Like, at the end of, like you said, it's a child, it's a kid. Don't matter, like, who you had the baby with. Like, we know the backdrop of the story. Like, he didn't purposely have, like, it wasn't like he was super in love with his lady. No, he was just knocking it down. She was a porn star. Sex was probably crazy. Spit everywhere. Baby oil. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
some nasty Toronto shit.
Yeah, so he had the baby, you know what I'm saying? And the baby came out how the baby came out. Like, I mean, shit, he part white. She white. The baby 3/4 white. I don't know what they expected the baby to come out looking like.
Like
what they want the baby to come out looking like.
This nigga half white. Yeah. His mama full white. His baby mama's full white. Like, what the fuck you expect?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw the picture. I mean, I was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? The blonde hair and all that. Like, I ain't expect that. But, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Niggas is fucking weirdos. I text you one night to go live with me on Facebook.
Yeah.
For a debate. And you didn't ghost me, but you was like, nigga, I'm watching this fucking Swiss Beats and Timberland battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So I go on my Instagram live and I see this fucking grainy ass film of Swiss Beats with some struggle ass Wi-Fi giving Timberland the fucking business, nigga. My God, what you think of that battle, man?
That was a good battle. It's a good battle. I think that it's kind of hard to, like, battle Swiss Beats because Swiss is such a performer.
He's hype.
Yeah, he's a performer. So, like, he's an actual DJ, so he's getting hype. But then, too, like, the records is different. Like,
was there any records that Swiss played that you didn't know he produced?
There was a few that he played that I didn't know he produced. It was like a couple, like, I think it was one Beyonce record. And there was another record that he produced. I'm like, damn, he produced that? Like, I never would have guessed.
I only caught a little bit of it. Did Timberland get into his pop bag?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why it was different, because Swiss is, like, dropping the locks, like,
oh, you can't beat that.
Like, boom bap,
yeah,
bar anthems, and, like, Timberland's coming back with, like, Missy Elliott joints, and it's like the Missy Elliott joints is like fire, but it's just the hip hop in you is like, damn, like, you know what I mean, like the
Yeah, because some of them Justin Timberlake joints that Timberland produced was fire.
Yeah, like he played a couple of those joints. There was like 2 Kanye West joints that he did production on that I didn't know, which was Stronger, and then it wasn't Flashing Lights. It was another record on that incredible Kanye West graduation album.
Speaking of Kanye versus Pharrell, beat battle. Who you got?
Oh man, that's another one that's kind of hard to judge.
I'm going Kanye.
Yeah, I mean,
once Kanye drop, Can't Tell Me Nothing, it's over. It's over.
But I'm saying like that's it's just so hard because again, Pharrell has so many records.
What could Pharrell drop?
I mean, he
dropped Super Thug.
He got Super Thug. What's the other Noriega joint? Nothing.
Yeah, he got Nothing.
He got Grinding.
Oh shit.
He got the Slim Thug. I'm the Boss. How?
Oh, that beat
Still Tipping.
That beat is so fucking hard.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has records, but then you got to remember too.
Oh, he got a Lord too.
Yeah, but then remember he got like all those Neptune joints. Like, got the Ray J joint.
Oh,
he got the Knock Yourself Out, Kiss. The whole.
You remember that era?
Yeah, like I thought.
You remember the era of hip hop when there was that producer that dominated the sound. Today's hip hop, Mustard had that.
Nah, it's still the same.
Who?
Like you still got like like right now I would say like Hitmaker, aka Young Berg is dominating. You had
but it's not
London on the track dominated.
Yeah, London on track. Yeah.
For a while you had what was his name? Metro Boomin.
Metro. But it wasn't like back then though. Were you
there's not mega hits though. Like that's the difference. Is like those dudes was making like global #1 records. But I hated that era of hip hop too.
What era?
Like the early 2000s.
That's the best era.
Nah, I think that like killed hip hop.
Oh, you talking about ringtone era?
Yeah, ringtone era.
Yeah. Ringtone era.
Like when everything was made specifically for the club or radio.
For the ringtone. For the 15 second
but
ringtone.
But some of those like Neptune records during that era that was popping off, like I felt that way about. I felt passionate like boom. Like,
that was my shit though. Like when Jadakiss Knock Yourself Out came out, I was so happy he was dropping a solo album, bro. Like when Pharrell did that shit, man. Speaking of hip hop, Arizona hip hop. I made a post today on Facebook. Whenever this airs, I don't know. I made a post on Facebook. I said, "How come Arizona does not have a Arizona superstar? How come we have never, not just independent, not none of that shit, fuck all that independent shit. How come we have never impacted hip hop on as far as a superstar level, artist wise, hip hop artist wise?" And a guy on the post, Jerron Inkner, black one, he said it has to be synergy, which I agree with him. He says it starts from having area in Arizona where you have movies that are being done out here. Directors are coming out here shooting movies. And you have, what do you say, a poppin' sports team. Like, say the Phoenix Suns are relevant. Like, Devin Booker was getting us to the playoffs. Or the Arizona Cardinals. Let's say Kyler Murray, D-Hop get us to the divisional round of the playoffs. Then he says the state would be that synergy breeds looks for hip hop. What you think?
I don't think necessarily like that's an old school way of thinking. Like where you like had to like pop, but now I don't think like anybody like cares like where somebody is from. Like I can say like right now, like I listen to the Lil Mosey Blueberry Faygo joint. I had no
fire.
I had no idea where Lil Mosey is from.
Detroit, right?
But I don't know if he's from Detroit. I don't know if he's from Chicago, but nor do I care.
He's fired.
I just like the record.
Right.
And then there's all these artists that, we see that we think are from one area or region, and they're from somewhere else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ain't Roddy Ricch is from Compton, right?
Yeah.
But you would think he
You
was
would
from
never know
Atlanta.
that, right?
So I don't think we're in the era where you necessarily have to have synergy. I just think now, like you just have to be unique. Like people never understand like artistry, and I think that's one thing from here is like because we're such a new state, we never seen like winners. You know what I mean? Like the old head used to tell us, like
Success story.
yeah, like we never saw the success stories growing up. Like, so like the old head would say, like the difference between y'all and like where I grew up is we used to see dudes pull up in the Bentley, hop out with the full mink fur, with the jewelry on. You know what I'm saying?
A
Like,
couple bands in his pocket.
but they came from that area. You know what I'm saying? So like the people in that community could strive to acquire that or to be that because they saw it. But I think. Yeah, I just think it's a different culture out here, and I don't think like when you say like Arizona culture, like what is the culture?
Yeah, but I'm saying like superstar level. Does that come from, like you said, the Arizona culture of like celebrity? Let's keep it real. Celebrities don't come out here to do business.
Yeah, well,
We're a skip over state. So if I got a show, if I got a show in LA on a Tuesday and I got some layoff time, I'm gonna go get an Arizona bag.
yeah. I just don't think like when I say like culture though, like what you was referring to is synergy. Like I just don't see that culture. Like there was a time to me, I always thought like if there was an era where an artist was gonna pop out here, it would have been during the Stephon Marbury era.
Oh, I remember that nigga Stephon came to high tops.
But I'm saying
first thing I knew, bought out the bar, nigga.
But I'm just saying like he had like him synonymous with everything else that was going on in Phoenix at the time. Like people was really getting money, so like it was like really popping. You know what I mean? Like the energy, the aura was there. So if you were an artist and you were really like you got to remember at that time we had artists, but 98% of them were like terrible artists that just had a relationship with somebody who had money.
Right.
So like the because everybody wanted to be caught up in it, the story had to be authentic. But now, now I just don't think we have people that take risks. Like, no, everybody wants to play like safe, like because they want to put out a project or they want to put out a song that people immediately identify to. Like I hear younger cats now, and they like, man, like I can say, give me 10 new artists. 5 of them gonna sound like the Baby. 3 gonna sound like Blueface. 2 gonna sound like
that's fucking sad if niggas are sound like Blueface, and I fuck with Blueface, but like if you rapping trying to like,
but I'm saying
let Blueface have his own offbeat style.
But I'm saying, but like that's where I feel personally like Arizona, Phoenix specifically lacks is that we don't have artists that are taking risks. Like Blueface took a risk, like rapping off beat, dropping freestyles. Bought into the freestyles, and when you hear the record, you're like, "Oh, this shit like is different."
Right.
It's, to me, I like wasn't a fan of, but it's different. Where it piqued enough interest, and I don't think we have enough people that do that. Like we don't have enough original artists that like strive to be like, "Yo, I'm gonna be unique. I'm gonna do everything against the grain. I'm gonna create my own sound. I'm gonna work with a producer. We're gonna have a different production style, and then just run with it."
So you think we don't have anybody that can reach like a top 4 tier, or top 3 tier of like hip hop? Because I got like, you know, the first tier, which is Drake, Kendrick, Cole. Would you put anybody else up there?
Nah, that's a different tier.
Yeah, that's fucking superstar tier.
Yeah.
But then you got the second tier, Future, probably Meek Mill, Big Sean. Then third tier, then you probably got like the Blue Faces, Trippy Reds. Like, is anybody can even? Do we have any potential superstars that can reach that tier? Or
nah, we have a lot of talented people, but
we got the talent, but like
I just don't think
why like 20 plus years where like there's never been somebody that's touched the tier.
I mean, from what I've seen from hip hop out here, it's like everybody just falls like it's the same cycle. Like nobody breaks that cycle. Like everybody, like they come out, they let everybody know they got a song out. They put their song out, spam everybody with it. They do 1 million local shows. They shoot a video, like, and then they move on. Like nobody's invested into like building that. But I just think too, I think a lot of it is resources. So Like, I'm saying when we got talented people, I'm saying, like, I know for a fact there's like 3 or 4 dudes out here that still rap but are more talented as songwriters. So I feel like they should take their energy, create a writing group, and then they should find a couple artists that they really like believe in. They got like the look or energy, and then they should create the sound for that particular artist. And that way that artist always has content, and they always have a different level of sound. Like they sound more polished than everybody else. And I think that'll help them move to the next level or garner interest. Because, you know, it's not about the talent really now. It's just about like the connection.
Yeah, the connection. People
like,
buying into you.
Yeah, but you got to know somebody and somebody that's willing to invest.
Right. Yeah.
I don't like harping on
yeah,
local music, but I think like that's not just here though. Like that's
everywhere.
That's everywhere.
Yeah, that's New York niggas. Like Pop Smoke took a while for them. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Took a while for them to like. Was the 504 guy that nigga like took a while for that movement to pop. It's not just Arizona, but like New York has superstars. You know what I'm saying? New York artists has superstars. Florida has superstars. I
think it's easier for them to get on, but again, like when you think of like the era and the sound of like New York at a time frame, like with let's go 3 years back, you had like you got Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, French Montana. Those are like the 3 top New York artists.
Right.
Pop Smoke, like we listen to a sound, it's completely different
from the rest of the New York artists.
But I'm saying, but from everything, like there's some similarities, but it's different. And I think that's until people are able to take risks and happy to take risks, then I think that they'll continue to like, this is just a hamster wheel.
Yeah, like I tell artists right now, I mean, I don't know shit. I've never been an artist. I'm a failed rapper. But I tell you, like, people don't like new shit. So have enough belief in yourself to keep making that new shit, and eventually somebody will latch onto it. Because anything that's out the norm, people immediately going to say, oh, that shit's trash, I'm going to hate on it. Then the next thing you know, you fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine. And you just fucking, you know what I'm saying, you just the biggest artist. You know what I'm saying? So keep pushing, man. Speaking of keep pushing, man, did you watch Tiger King documentary on Netflix?
Absolutely not.
Why not, man? Free Joe Exotic. I don't know if he killed anybody. I just said that.
I haven't seen it, but I heard that the last time people tricked me into watching the documentary on Netflix was Don't F With Cats. And everybody was like, it's crazy, it's fire.
Only the first episode was crazy.
But listen, that's not what people were saying. So I spent my time and invested in watching it, and it was terrible. Like, I got no enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
So like this one, I couldn't see myself watching.
Check that out, man. I guess this one Tiger nigga, he was like a millionaire off like the Tiger. It's like this is a whole new fucking world.
Yeah.
And like I guess he was with this one chick. What's her name? Carol Baskin. Everybody's like clowning her on social media. I guess she killed the nigga and let the tiger eat him, and she got all his money.
Did she get away with it?
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, man. This one guy named Joe Exotic. He was like one of the top tiger niggas in Florida. Like he had like a zoo with all the tigers and shit. Like the nigga would just like run around and sleep with tigers and shit. Not like have sex with them, but like just run around with the tigers and shit.
Yeah.
And like she hated on him and wanted his business, I guess. I haven't seen it fully. But she called her shit like animal rescue, where she was like, I'm rescuing the tigers from being treated bad. But she was doing the same shit because she had her own park. As Joe had her own park. But she was just covering it up, saying she was rescuing animals, man. It's popping on Netflix. Make sure y'all go watch that. I recently was watching the one of the greatest shows of this era, which is All American.
No, hell no.
Bro, that show is absolutely incredible.
I think you summed it up earlier when you said it's like Beverly Hills 90210.
90210 for this generation.
But for black people. Like it's black characters.
Yeah.
Like it's the same, similar show, but just black characters.
I'm not going to lie to you, man. Like, the acting's like horrible on there.
Taye Diggs is the worst actor known to man.
Taye Diggs is the worst. I don't know why they got him as a football coach. This nigga pregame speeches were trash. Then they got like that show. I'm addicted to it. Like the show's so crazy. Like there'll be a scene and like the teenagers will like storm off. Then you'll see the villain just come out of nowhere in the scene. Like Tupac's in that movie. In the show. Tupac's in the show.
For real?
Yeah, the guy that played Tupac
in the newest episode.
Yeah,
on the new season.
Yeah, what's his name? Demetrius Shipp.
I haven't got there. I've been trying to catch up on Ozark.
Yeah, Pac's in there, man. He's delivering a crazy performance.
For real?
Yeah, man. Salute Demetrius Shipp. He's like one of the greatest villains ever. They got this.
I know what you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying like there was actually Tupac. Like they somehow got Tupac in there. Da. I know the dude you talking about now.
Yeah.
He was like the drug dealer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's in there. Yeah, and he's in there like shooting niggas, killing niggas.
Even his character is like terrible, man.
Terrible, bro.
Like just that, like you said, the acting is just like
it's like different. So bad that I gotta keep watching it, bro. Like they got this character in there named Coop, who's just fucking horrible ass rapper. Lil Fizz beat her in a rap battle, bro.
For real?
Yeah, Lil Fizz in that show too.
Damn.
Yeah, all the
I watched I want to say like episode 7 of the second season or episode 8 of the second season, or not the second season, but
first season.
Yeah, well, no, I think I'm done with first season.
It's 16 episodes each, bro.
Yeah, that's just a lot.
The budget is crazy on there.
Yeah, it's just a lot. I mean, people watch it. Everybody's saying it's good, but I just don't see it. I've been on Ozark though, for real.
Ozark season 3 recently just dropped. I have not pressed play on it yet, but you on 1 still?
No, I'm on like halfway through 2 right now.
Bro, Ozark, I slept on a show for a long time because I did not like the blue tint. When I first episode, I'm like, the blue tint's throwing me off, and I'm like, this show's incredible, man. Whoever's writing that show, like, there's still some good writing out there, man.
No, definitely some good writing out there, but yeah, like if anybody ain't checked that out, like hasn't seen it, I definitely would suggest checking that out.
How'd you like when Ruth in the beginning first season stole the money, and then Marty Bird basically talked them niggas out of keeping all that fucking money? You think he could have did that to some niggas, some black people?
Nah. First, they'd have been gone. It'd have already been like Escalades on 26s in the Ozarks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
They'd have went from like, you know what I'm saying, pulling up in Bentleys into the trailer park.
Yeah, man. That's an amazing show, man. Make sure y'all put that on your quarantine list. There was a debate recently on Twitter over Usher versus Trey Songz catalog.
What was the debate?
What is the fucking debate? Like,
there is no debate.
What the fuck's going on? Niggas is that bored. This Rona shit got niggas that bored.
Yeah, because there was also too the Jonte Austin versus the Dream.
That was funny.
Like they had their battle.
You see, the Dream was like, I own. No, the Dream was Sean. What's his name?
Sean Garrett.
Sean Garrett. He said, I own all of Sean Garrett's publishing, so basically I'm battling myself.
Yeah, the Dream kind of big league Sean Garrett.
Yeah.
But they did have a Jonte Austin versus Neo battle.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Oh, Jonte Austin kind of, he edged him out.
Neo?
He edged him out.
I heard Neo was, playing his own songs?
Yeah, I mean, some of his best records. But I think that, like, I always thought that was, like, the fault of Neo was, like, he tried to be, like, he was a better songwriter than he was artist.
Oh, yeah.
But he does have some incredible records.
Incredible, man. I like it. I'm loving these battles, man. Hopefully we can get the Kanye Pharrell. I just know nobody want to see Dr. Dre in a beat battle.
Nah, I don't think anybody's called out Dre.
I don't think you leave that man alone. People say Dre can't win in a battle because, man, you don't want to fuck with no Dr. Dre.
Nah, just his beats too crispy.
You don't want to fuck with Dr. Dre, man.
A lot of people have been calling for Puffy versus JD.
Puffy ooh. Nah. JD don't want that smoke with Diddy.
I'm saying JD got some records though, man.
You did more than Bad Boy?
Puff got some records, but see, like Puff goes all the way back to like Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, like first albums. You know what I mean? Come and Talk to Me and what's the 411?
Oh yeah.
Like so, he has like a run, but I don't know, man. Like I don't know how far back JD goes, but like JD had the Brad, Crisscross.
He have Total? No, he had Escape.
Escape.
Did he have Brownstone?
I don't think he had Brownstone. We had the So Def All Star. Remember?
Oh, I'm mad that Contra never came out here, man.
The So Def reunion tour.
Yeah,
man.
I missed the Bad Boy tour when they came out here.
Yeah, I missed that, but I think I would have really appreciated to go see the So Def tour.
Yeah, you think Jay-Z will ever give us a Rockefeller tour?
Hopefully. You know me, like I said, we went to the last Jay-Z concert and I wasn't really happy.
Yeah, you didn't like the corporate hove?
The corporate hove, yeah. I wanted the B-side joints.
Yeah, man. Well, man, this has been a great podcast. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, follow the Kickback Network, follow Mike Terrell on YouTube as well. Follow me on all social media platforms at Mike Terrell.
You can follow me, Niko G, Niko Gorgeous. Yeah, follow me on the social media platform. You might have to sit in the quarantine tank for a while. Yeah.
Have you approved anybody on Instagram?
Nah, not really.
Bro, you have a whole Niko hive out there. Ever since we started the podcast, you have a hive now.
A hive?
Yes. Start approving.
Nah, just, you know what I mean? Like, I lead us, you know, you've always been the more the social media outgoing person. I'm cool being behind the scenes. Like, that's just my nature.
That's what's up, man. All right, man. Y'all have a blessed week. Make sure, again, like, comment, subscribe. We out, man. Mike Terrell Podcast, Niko G. We out.